You see this? You see what I'm wearing right now? Wear your fucking mask. That's all I want to say, first off, is wear your fucking mask. It's not hard. No one's asking much at all of you. This is very little effort. This is a very small action when you consider what good it can do. What can be avoided if everyone does it. Now, I work at a store. I'm sure a lot of you know. And today, starting a couple of days ago, every customer, every employee is required to wear a mask. And guess what? I went in today and some people are still being allowed to shop in there without a mask. And sometimes even the people who do wear masks leave their fucking discarded masks in the shopping carts. Now, I don't need to say how disgusting and lazy and pathetic and fucking awful that is of those people who do that, but I'm going to talk about the people who don't wear them. And most of the time it comes down to a very simple thing. And I just want you to know, if you're one of these types of people who intentionally does not wear a mask because of some fucking idea of freedom, I hope that what I'm about to say offends you. I hope that you take great offense to it. I hope that it very much is an insult to you, because I want to insult you as much as possible. I want you to feel as uncomfortable as possible listening to what I have to say, because I think you're a piece of shit. I think you're fucking ignorant, and I want you to hear this. I have a freedom to not die alone with no family or friends within 100 feet of me, with a tube down my throat, in my 20s, in the corner of some ICU. I have that freedom. That freedom, when you weigh it against your freedom to not put a piece of cloth on your face when you're in a social situation, is a little bit more important. And you see, look, America has this problem where we're so sexually attracted to the idea of freedom when we don't realize Europe, like say the UK, Italy, all these other countries that had it bad and are now doing well, they have a lot of the same freedoms we do, if not all of the same freedoms. Freedom of speech, assembly, press, religion, whatever. Thing is, they're not as, again, sexually attracted to freedom as we are. They don't feel the need to exercise every possible freedom that they have. They understand, yes, they have the freedom to not wear a mask, but they can do a lot of good by wearing a mask. And that exercising that freedom to not wear a mask could inadvertently kill people. They realize that. So they wear their masks and they do what they can. And to these fucking people who legitimately think that them not wearing a mask is more important than somebody's right not to die alone, guess what? You also have the right to stand on railroad tracks. Please do. Thin out your voting block. I hope you do. And don't get me wrong. People always say, "Oh, why do you care? It's my body. It's my choice." I don't care if you, through your own idiotic decisions, get sick and die alone in a hospital. Go ahead. Fuck. If that's what you want, fine. It's the fact that when you get sick and you don't wear a mask, you're getting other people sick who don't want to be sick, who are doing their best to avoid this. Because guess what? Wearing this mask does far more to prevent you spreading germs than to prevent other people's germs getting to you. That's the thing. That's why people want you to wear masks, is because it does its job when the person who could be spreading the disease is wearing it, rather than people who don't have the disease wearing it. Why do you think doctors wear them in hospitals? It's to prevent their germs from infecting their workplace, because it has to be sterile. But when they're working with people who are sick, their their gear is much different than just a simple surgical mask. That's fucking why. It's to prevent your spread of germs. Because, again, you want to put yourself in danger and die alone? Fine, go ahead. Again, thin out your voting block. That'd be great. That would legitimately be really, really fucking good. Because it's voters like you who are fucking making me embarrassed to be an American. I am very thoroughly embarrassed to be from where I'm from. And people will say, oh, if you don't like it, leave it. What about freedom of speech is, oh, if you want to criticize America, then you have to leave it? What part of freedom of speech is that? But anyway, like I said, if you want to get sick and die, if that's your intention, because that's what you're saying when you're not wearing a mask and you're not taking it seriously, fine. But it's the fact that you're condemning other people to it when you intentionally don't wear a mask. And when you do shit like intentionally coughing on shit as whatever, a protest or whatever, you're putting other people in danger, and that's what pisses me off. I don't care what your opinions are, but when you put me in danger, then it's personal. So to all those people who are intentionally not wearing masks, fuck you. And that's what I wanted to say. And it's usually these people, too, who hoard guns because they say they want to protect their family. You don't give a shit about your family. You really don't care. You couldn't care less if your whole family up and died slowly and painfully. Because you don't even have the decency to wear a mask so that when you come home, you don't potentially spread a deadly virus throughout your house. You don't give a shit about your family. They say they're patriots. You don't give a shit about your country either. What is less patriotic than intentionally taking actions to cause harm and death to your fellow Americans? You're a fucking terrorist, if anything. At worst, you're a terrorist. Because you were doing this out of some retarded protest. Out of some redneck white trash inbred protest. Because of your citrus princess not taking this seriously. So basically, you are causing inadvertent harm in attempt to send a political message. So at worst, you're terrorists. At best, you're a coward. Because don't even... Fuck Joe Rogan, by the way. Fuck him. Oh, you look pussy if you wear a mask. Motherfucker, I would much rather be scared of a potentially deadly virus that has killed over 147,000 people in just one country alone and counting, than scared of putting a piece of cloth on my face. So if anything, you're a pussy for not wearing a mask. Because you're more afraid of putting cloth on your face for the decency and the benefit of the people around you than a viral infection which has factually... Let's ignore bullshit conspiracy theories for a minute. Crackpot Republican conspiracy. I don't even want to say Republican because the Lincoln Project has proven there's still great Republicans out there. But redneck inbred conspiracy theories. It has factually killed over 147,000 Americans at this point. I would rather be cautious of that than afraid to put a piece of cloth on my face for the decency and benefit of all of those around me. That's patriotism. Doing a selfless act for the benefit of your country. That's patriotism, motherfucker. So, to all of you treasonous cunts who are intentionally putting others in harm's way because you're a fucking idiot and you're a coward and you believe any crackpot conspiracy theory that you hear, and you don't think that this disease that has factually killed thousands of people is actually deadly and something to worry about, so you won't do as much as put a piece of cloth on your face like I have done now. Please, I hope this angers you. I hope you take offense to this. And if anybody leaves a comment talking about how it's their freedom to not wear a mask, I'm just probably going to delete it. I'm going to delete it or ignore it because there's no argument to be had there. I'll debate with people all day about this or that, but there's nothing to debate about that. You're just wrong. You're wrong. No, I'm not going to hear it. Anybody says anything like that? No, I'm not going to hear it. Fuck your freedom to not wear a mask. Wear a mask. Just because you have the freedom to do something doesn't mean you should do it. Like I said, you also have the freedom to stand on railroad tracks. You want to do that? You want to do that? Miss the 2020 election? So you can put Donald Treason back in office? And he can tear gas some more protesters so he can stand in front of a church he doesn't go to, holding up a Bible he doesn't read? You want to miss that? No? Put your fucking mask on, cowards. Shout out to Cute Fuzzy Weasel, by the way. Check out his video, Wear Your Mask. It's honestly a lot better than this. I just wanted to get this off my chest. But yeah, Cute Fuzzy Weasel, all one word. Definitely check him out. His latest video, wear a mask, something like that. Anyways, that's pretty much it. See you.